Sawadee ka, Pita. My name is Tara. I'm a junior in high school who's from Los Angeles. And I wanted to ask you, in your opinion, um, what do you like? Is there, in your, sorry, I'm nervous. In your opinion, do you think like my generation and the generation after me have a future where we can go back to Thailand to work and also just like thrive? And to go along with that is like, what can I do as like a Thai American who is struggling to imagine a future where I can go back there? Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pran. I think I met you a couple of times in Thailand. I met you at the concerts of Disney, but you were with your child. I was wearing princess dress, so you wouldn't even remembered me. But I'm a medical student from Thailand. I'm still studying medicine, but I'm here at GSB to study a short program. Um, I have a question here. What I can really do in terms of I am a medical student, and because I'm studying a dual degree with a master management, and they kind of want us to actually pursue of changes into public health policies in Thailand. I just wonder, like, what can I do? And making sure that we're not repeating the same mistakes, like in the past that we have some doctors mob if we have already heard about that. And also the last question is going to be a little bit of private question, but I wanted to know what you actually miss in terms of your becoming a presidential candidate and like your family life. Yeah, like Oh yeah, but like you're in terms of in politics, what did you miss and how do you manage with that in other aspects of your life? Like if I want to get into the part of the political making political changes, how would I be able to balance those aspects throughout my life as well? Family, life, friends, finances. Yeah.
I'm a professor of political science and a visiting fellow here. And you mentioned the three M's in Thailand. And there are a couple of other factors that, because you're focusing nationally, fall out of that analysis, but are worth considering in the context of Southeast Asia broadly, and then also in Thailand. And that has to do with local politics as a stepping stone to national politics and especially party building. Throughout Southeast Asia and potentially also very much so in Thailand, you have a phenomenon, another M of mayors who become national leaders. So Duterte and Jokowi as being the two, most obvious ones. But this is really because of decentralization since the 90s in so much of Southeast Asia, local government has become a pathway. In Thailand, though, you have, if you go to Chiang Mai, it's a dynastic politics. And you see that throughout so much of Thailand. And again, it's a phenomenon growing throughout Southeast Asia of any leader has so many of their members of their family. It's no longer just a Philippines thing. This is a Southeast Asian way. And so I'm wondering your plans for developing political expertise, a party under a different name per the Thai model or something else, nationally, not just going for the national office, but also recognizing the potential of the local level to have real authority with the extent of decentralization there is in Thailand, but also the potential to grow leadership and have people who are ready to step up then to the federal level.
Sure. So three questions. First one was about Gen Z returning to Thailand or whether there's a future for them. A quick answer is yes, but you have to work for it. And you have to work it harder than my generation. You really need to be equipped with skills that is important to developing Thailand, to really improve the inequality in Thailand. You'll be able to survive if you think like that. I think that's like STEM education that is lacking. English proficiency that is lacking in the region and being analytical, critical thinking, managing conflicts. I think that's something that if you prepare yourself, once you return, you'll be able to succeed and have that skills to work hard for it. In terms of public health policies and the gap in Thailand, whether it's structural level or also, again, micro level in terms of doctor shortages and things like that. I think the one that I got struck with the most is an opportunity for public health in Thailand is on Biosecurity Act here in America during Biden's time that does not allow American companies to invest in China anymore in terms of drug trial, vaccine invention, and research and development within the next 10 years. So where is the American companies going to go in terms of public health, in terms of medicine? It could be Vietnam, it could be Indonesia, it could be Malaysia, but also Thailand has a chance. So I think if you look at that from that perspective, there's so much opportunities for Thailand to take over and allow American companies to friendshore, given with what's going on here in America. Telemedicine is definitely a thing, an ability to manage patients by having a stronger primary care that could stop patients traveling into the center part of the secondary health unit. I think that will be able to help the public health system in Thailand. Thinking more about preemptive too, not just corrective, in terms of stopping patients flow into the system, and while at the same time producing more doctors that work less than 40 hours per week, because that's not a thing here in Thailand. They are overworked, both nurses and doctors. And if you look at the patient per doctor ratio in each of the provinces, you know exactly which to prioritize. I mean, I have it in my head which provinces needed kind of system and the kind of medical devices that are lacking that we could just buy from America and make sure that lack of access to medical device go down and manage a better relationship with the US as well. Local politics, dynasty politics, local level politics. It's a three-part question, Professor. So I have to slice and dice it and to a manageable chunks. First of all, dynastic politics is not just Chiang Mai, though.
No, I didn't think
it's all over Southeast Asia. You have Babong, you have Gibran, you have Pat Hong Tan, you have Hun Manet after Hun Sen as well. So and at the same time, you also have Bush, you also have Trudeau, you also have Abe as well. So it's not so much about the last name politics or coming in the family. What's more important is proxy leadership, because these are all rookie leaders, 20 years younger than their predecessors. So think Lawrence Wong and Lee Hsien Loong, think Hun Manet and Hun Sen. They are much younger, on average 20, 30 years younger. So they have that kind of opportunity to prove themselves. That dynastic politics is one thing, Nepo babies is one thing, but proxy leadership is the most important thing. That if something is happening today, the crisis is happening in country today, that they will be able to do it by themselves without calling their parents. I think that's some Asian leaders need to prove themselves in terms of proxy leadership. Local politics, centralization. The thing is in Thailand, Bangkok is still Thailand, Thailand is still Bangkok, whether you look at it as economic GDP level, whether in the budget level, because when it comes to decentralization, they probably decentralize roles and responsibility, but they don't decentralize tax autonomy. They don't decentralize manpower. They don't decentralize budgeting. So it looks like each of the districts in Thailand have the roles and responsibility of public education and public health, similar to Indonesia. But the budget doesn't go, the manpower doesn't go exactly to her question about public health, and also the mandate doesn't go. So it's not a true decentralization. It's still very much a centralized model in Thailand, especially that you have two sets of leaders. You have the one appointed by Bangkok, and you have the one that is elected by the people. So you have two tigers in one cave. And that's why the decentralization in Thailand is still very far compared to any other countries in the world. Local politics, yeah, it's not orange to orange with national politics. National politics, they allow advanced voting, overseas voting, cross-registered voting. So the voting turnout is one thing. And you choose the leader of the country, you choose the prime minister. But for local politics, you cannot do advanced voting. You cannot do overseas voting. You cannot do cross-registered voting. If you are from Khon Kaen here in Stanford, you have to travel from California back to Khon Kaen to vote. So because of that, it's a different ball game, and the kind of voting turnout is not the same. The only province that we won, 73% voting turnout. The rest we lost. Just not the kind of game. But also hyper local is something that we probably have to do in terms of local politics to really show people that the problem with everyday life situation can be solved not by people from Bangkok, but people who live next door to you. So that's something that we also have to develop different sets of candidates as well.